Alright, hello, my name is Evan. I am the radio repairman, and today we are going to be replacing the top head on this Motorola APX6000R. So, the current issue with the top head is it is currently missing a volume knob piece. So, we are going to get it looking like this again. So we have this 4 parts APX8000. We are going to be stealing the head from it. So, without further ado, let's get this started. So, firstly, I'm going to start by taking the head off of this radio. Get that stuff around. So, I need some tools. So, let's see. Last time I believed it was you. I will need you, and I will need that one. Probably will need my flathead. Alright, so now we've got our bits around. Let's go ahead and take these knobs off. These are the fun ones always. The fun part, if you will. I need to get myself a like a real knob remover, because these are a pain, that's for sure. I did have it. Oh, I got it. Alright, so we've got our knobs. Put those off to the side. So now we have our rings. So move these here. Alright, got these loosened up here. So we can go ahead and remove them. Alright. So, with that removed, we can pop off the black part of the head. Come on. Sometimes it's a little feisty coming off. There we go. So, we got the black part off now, which exposes these bits. So, I'm going to switch over to our other head here. I'm going to go ahead and take these off, or take these out, I mean. And you. Alright, so since this isn't an active radio and it doesn't have any internal components, I am able to just pop that right out of place, which is lovely. So, we have our gorgeous top head now, right there. So I'm going to set this off to the side. Now it is this guy's turn. So, of course, we've got to take our knobs off, the worst part. Try not to damage the rubber. There we go. So, got those off, which exposes the one O-ring this one has, because it is missing the entire volume knob portion, which is what we are aiming to replace today. So we'll get that ring off, put that one off to that side. It came off much nicer. So we've got this exposed now. I'm going to go ahead and take off the speaker grill. So this one is an active radio. It does have active components, so I do need to open this up and disconnect the ports. I dropped a piece, had to pick it up. All right, so we've got both of our screws out. So we're gonna remove these top bits here. Which will then allow me to pop out the speaker itself. Like so. Wonderful. Now, we have a feisty little board here that does not in fact like to be removed, so we gotta be really careful with it. So this is where I'm going to take a second and put my gloves on. And I put gloves on just because I don't want to get any finger oils inside this stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and pop that board out, or connector, I guess, as well as that one. Perfect. Go ahead and bend these upwards. And then we're going to pop out you. Come here, you sneaky little sneaker. Which will then allow us to very carefully take out this board. Which, don't ask me why, but for some reason the radio just isn't the same without it. So now that we have that board out, we'll set it off to the side. Now we have exposed this top piece's controls, which is right under there. So as you can see, these two bits right here, it's just the cushioning. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this board like that. Once that's disconnected, we are now able to switch bits and take this not so lovely control head off. Pop our screws out, set those to the other side, and give her a tug. And there she is. It's the inner components of a control head right there. So that will be getting scrapped. Now, out with the old, in for the new. Let's get this sucker in there. So, get that in, settled on, and then we can switch back over to our flathead. I really gotta line this up here. Make sure I get it right. Never hurts to double check. So, with that in, I'm going to put our board back in here. Careful not to damage any terminals. In through the top, drop it in like that. She's in there. And we'll flip these back around, connect them in like that, and the other one like so. Come on. There we are. Take our little bit here, get that in there, make sure the board doesn't go anywhere. Shove that thing in. That is just the stabilizer to make sure the board does not leave. So, the board is back in. I'm going to make sure everything works here, which looks like Everything is in. So now, since the top is on, screws can go back in like so, and like so. So our control head is back on, connected, and we are all set to put things back together. So let's get our black plastic piece. Just gonna look around quick and make sure I'm not forgetting anything stupid. Which it would appear that I am not. So make sure our little two-way switch is in. Oh, the O-ring. So important. Let's get that in. Nice and seated. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Love it. Now let's get you fixated in place. So once that one ring is seated, we can grab the other one for the antenna. We can get that screwed on there. Perfection. Now, in with you. Right there. Get these top screws in. Gotta switch bits. So, overall issue with the control head was that during operation, not only did it not have a channel knob or a volume knob, but the channel knob was misbehaving. So the radio would always power up, and no matter where the channel knob was, it would always start on channel 2, even if the knob was on channel 1. When switching channels, it also had that issue. So it would only switch between about 2 channels, even though the zone was fully programmed. So, with a nice head, switches work, three-way works. So now for the ultimate test, put the knob back on, volume knob back on, and our antenna, which is an all-band. I have an all-band antenna that I like to use for testing, just because then I don't have to dig through and figure out which radio. So that turns nicely. That turns nicely. No looseness at all. No looseness, no looseness. Not loose. Let's slap a battery in this sucker. Have this one on the charger. And we have no power up, which is good.
Tri-county, 23 county-wide 1.
And we have working radio. It's like a working top screen.
33 citywide.
Channel knob works wonderfully. Don't know how to do this here. Here we are. So channel knob.
33
Oh,
citywide
well,
1.
not even gonna try. It
23
works.
countywide 1.
All right. And that is how you replace the top head on a radio, specifically the APX6000R. Rest of this is gonna go. This is gonna go into parts. This is gonna go into parts. These. That's gonna go into parts. Everything's gonna go into parts, and that is getting recycled because it is very faulty. Hope you enjoyed. Once again, I am Evan, the radio repairman, and I will see you in the next one.